Sziasztok! Hi everyone, I'm Sándor. Welcome to another Hungarian lesson. Let's see how to conjugate aludni and FEKÜDNI. There are many irregularities when it comes to Hungarian verb conjugation, but these two are still pretty peculiar. By the way, they're only irregular in the present tense. If you want to use them in the past tense, they're really well behaved. By the way, aludni means to sleep and FEKÜDNI means to lie. Not like to lie about something, but to lie on the bed or the couch or the dissecting table. Yes, I absolutely had to mention a dissecting table. Anyway, if you have any experience conjugating Hungarian verbs, then you know that you need to drop the ni part of the infinitive, and there's your verb stem, which is actually the third person indefinite singular form. Not with these two though. The good news is that these verbs are technically non-transitive, meaning they cannot have objects, so they only have an indefinite form in Hungarian. It's not exactly true. They have co-verb forms where they can actually be transitive, but most of the time we just use them in the indefinite form. Also, both of these verbs are so-called ik verbs, so the third person singular form will end in ik. Okay, check out how much they change once conjugated. Aludni, to sleep. Én alszom. Since it's an ik verb, you can also say alszok. Te alszol. Ő alszik. Mi alszunk. Ti alszotok. Ők alszanak. If you happen to read an older book, you might find an older way of conjugating the plural pronouns. Alszunk can change to aluszunk, alszotok to alusztok, and alszanak to alusznak. We don't use these forms anymore, although I'm pretty sure some people still say these in certain rural areas. FEKÜDNI, to lie. Én fekszem. Again, an ik verb, so fekszek is also accepted. Te fekszel. Ő fekszik. Mi fekszünk. Ti fekszetek. Ők fekszenek. Again, with the plural pronouns, you might see feküszünk instead of fekszünk, feküsztök instead of fekszetek, and feküsznek instead of fekszenek. These forms sound old and rural to me. Again, I'm pretty sure there are certain areas in Hungary where they are still in use, but mostly you'll find them in books and articles and stuff like that. Okay, today's video is short, but these two verbs are actually pretty important, so I figured I'd show you guys how they work. Again, if you know how to conjugate the past tense, you're good to go. They're totally regular. Same with the future tense. Thank you for studying with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. And if you feel like supporting the channel even more, my PayPal information is in the description. See you in the next lesson. Sziasztok! A viszontlátásra!